Hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Vimbo. As always, I'm here to sprinkle some sunshine. As you can tell though by the title of this video, it's going to be a little bit different today. So without further ado, let's jump into story time with Vimbo. Hello again, it's Vimbo, and if you are new to my channel, a little bit about me. I have worked in education for several years. I have been a teacher, I was a school principal for 5 years, and now I am a speaker and I provide workshops, professional development for schools. A lot of it is around improving school culture and also wellness, and so really trying to support staff and helping admin understand the things that need to be in place to support a healthy, happy staff who is able to take care of themselves. That is me professionally. I've also done a lot in the humanitarian space, but I'm going to share something a little bit personal to myself, and I'm going to start before I share all of that with a few disclaimers and also just a little bit of an explanation. And I have to be 1,000,000% honest with you. I don't know. I've gone a lot back and forth about even making this video. I don't know how long this video is going to stay alive on the internet because it is just so vulnerable and so deep. So that's my first part of this message. My other part is to say, I want to give a few disclaimers. First of all, everything I say in this video is just my own personal experience. Always, always, always consult with your own doctor about anything medical. I am not a medical physician. My background is in education, as I shared. I am just sharing one person's experience as a woman living in the United States of America, in the year of our Lord 2025. That is all I can say about that. The other thing is I want to include some trigger warnings. At the beginning of this video, I will be discussing fertility, birth control, PCOS, weight. And so if any of those things, calories, working out, if any of those things are triggering topics for you, I don't feel offended if you pause and you click out of this video, because maybe it is not for you if that is fresh and stressful to you. All right, enough triggers out of the way. I want to jump right into this really wild, wonderful thing, which is my life. And so I'm just gonna go into story time. This is not gonna be one of those videos where I'm like, here are 3 things about these 3 things. No, I'm gonna do part 1 of this, and maybe there will be a part 2 of this, and maybe you guys can comment if you have more questions about what I'm talking about. But I'm gonna start just within the last few months. So, months ago, I'm just not going to be super specific with timelines because I don't want to get too crazy about putting my stuff out there because the internet is a weird place. But a while ago, I removed myself from birth control. So I'm going to share a little bit about my history with birth control. I have been married for almost 3 years. Our first year of marriage, I was on the pill. I started that slightly before we got married. And I hate that I don't know exactly the names of these different things, but I took the pill that you take every single day. Super faithful with that. And so, because we had decided we did not want to have kids right away in getting married, and that is everyone's choice. My husband and I, we live a very specific life, and we both had career demands. And so we said, hey, we're going to wait and just get to know each other. So that was the choice we made at the time. When I first started taking the pill before we got married, I didn't gain any weight because I was working out very intensely. I was doing cycle bar, which is spin classes, 5 or 6 days a week. So it was pretty intense. So all that being said, I was working out a lot. I actually lost weight leading up to my wedding. So I went down a couple of dress sizes, which was exciting and cool. Like literally, I got my dress a few months before my wedding and I mailed it back, and I got another dress from David's Bridal because I had lost that much weight. Like it wasn't even worth taking it in. So I thought, cool. Because most people I know who've gone on the birth control pill have gained a ton of weight. And so I think part of fear pushed me to really work out pretty intensely leading up to my wedding. So I was in great shape. We got married. And then I moved, and there wasn't a cycle bar where I moved to. And even though I had a stationary bike and I was walking a lot, I still started to gain weight. And so that first year of marriage, I was on the pill, but there were like a lot of just life changes happening. So I did put on some weight. Our second year of marriage, I switched from the pill to the ring. So I got Paragard, which is an intrauterine device. It's a form of birth control. It is, I guess, something they stick in your vagina to prevent you from having children. In both of those years that I was on birth control, I had the biggest mood swings I've ever had. I really suffered with like feeling really sad. And I was seeing therapists throughout this time, but it was really apparent to me that these were, yes, they were doing their job, which was preventing us from having a child. However, they were actually adding a lot of stress because they were just really impacting me and my hormones a lot. And I was also gaining weight because I was no longer working out as intensely. I would be going on walks. Like I wasn't super sedentary. I was walking anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour a day. However, it wasn't enough to combat the weight gain I feel like I was experiencing through birth control. Fast forward to recently, I've been off of any form of birth control. I had my ring removed for months now, and I recently had a doctor's appointment. So I got blood work done, and I was concerned because I thought I had developed lactose intolerance. So I am in my 30s. I thought, hey, I must be lactose intolerant. Something is happening with my stomach. I'm just concerned. So I saw a doctor a few weeks ago, and she starts talking to me, and I said, yeah, I'm concerned because it's been months since I've been off birth control, and also I'm having an irregular cycle. And so in the course of this conversation, without any blood work or scans to substantiate anything, my doctor says, you have PCOS. And I'm like, what? So if you don't know what PCOS is, it is polycystic ovarian syndrome. Google it. It's totally Googleable. You can find all the symptoms. And so this is probably going to be an abridged version. I can go into more in future videos if you guys are interested at all. But I freak out because I know friends who have PCOS. My husband and I are now in a phase where we would love to have a child. And every friend I know who has PCOS, if they have children, it was definitely a journey of maybe months or years of trying to have kids, because that does impact your fertility. And so I had so many questions, but I asked her a clarifying question in that phone call. It was a virtual appointment, and it was a virtual appointment after I had blood work done. So the timeline is I had blood work done a little over a month ago. I have a virtual appointment as a follow-up to that blood work. During that virtual appointment, which is a phone call, I'm talking to my doctor. She says you have PCOS based on me just saying I have an irregular cycle. And I clarify, I say, do I have PCOS? Like you have a test that you took of me? And she says, no, but PCOS, and you can Google the symptoms. Like I said, I am not replacing your doctor. Please go figure this out for yourself. But she says it's increased testosterone. There are some things that characterize PCOS. So increased testosterone, irregular cycle, and just a number of other things. And I said, and obviously having polycystic ovaries, like you should have cysts, which are like little things that grow on your ovaries and make it harder for you to conceive. All this being said, I went for an entire week being freaked out because she's like, okay, well, because I think you have PCOS, come in and do more tests. And she actually told me on that call, I'm going to prescribe you with metformin, which is a drug that helps with insulin resistance. Guys, there's so much more I could go into. The point of this video, though, is I It's wild because I go for a week like super stressed and thinking I have PCOS. And at the end of that week, guess who doesn't have PCOS? I come back on a call with her after talking to someone I know and love who is a nurse, and I tell her my entire conversation with the doctor, and she's like, you do not have PCOS. She's like, you might, but this is another person, not my doctor, telling me like, but you literally only have an irregular period. She has not confirmed that you have polycystic ovaries. Your doctor has not confirmed that you have increased testosterone. And lo and behold, a week later, when I have a call with my doctor again, she says, oh, I just was saying that PCOS was one of the options. So now I'm being gaslit by my doctor. So anyway, I like to keep these videos short, and there's so much more I could say about this story, but all of that to say, the doctor's appointment, the call, everything with the doctor has made me realize, and I don't want this to become like a fitness channel because I have so many, like, it triggers me to see like lose 50 pounds or whatever. Like that's not what this is. However, if you've ever been misdiagnosed in healthcare, you might be able to relate to my situation right now. It's been a very frustrating experience to try to figure out answers. I will say this. I am on a journey right now to getting to a healthier weight, not so I can have kids, no, just to be healthier and to be vibrant. Like I said, I'm in my 30s. I want to be able to run up a stairs and not be winded. I want to be able to go on a walk and not be winded. You know, like I can go on a walk and not be winded, but like the stairs thing, like I just feel like now is the time to really invest in my health. So anyway, that's where I am right now. And this is a very unfinished story and process and all of the things. But I would love to know you guys' experiences with stuff. Please do not comment. Sorry, this is my last thing, and then I'm going to sign off for the day. I do not want to know, drink apple cider vinegar or like, I don't know, like sleep with your partner every full moon and you're going to get pregnant. Like, please do not be that weird person commenting weird things in the stats. I know different things work for different people. That is not what I'm asking for. I would just like to know if there are other women out there who are trying to get pregnant. And of course, people always say this, and they said this if I get married too, which I have my thoughts about that. I could share in another video, but like, it always happens when you're not trying. Okay. Besides that, are there any actual health things that are working for you to be happy and healthy? Not like eat 2 calories and you're going to lose a million pounds, but like real legitimate things that are helping you in your life get healthy. My current plan, we'll see, I'll keep you guys updated soon, but my current plan is to try to get in 10,000 steps a day, and I'm working on portion control, and that's it. I'm not counting calories. I want to make lifestyle changes that are long-term, and I'm not going to be counting calories for the next 60 years, 70 years, 80 years, however long God allows me to live. So I want to live in a way that makes sense for me. So eating until I'm full, eating on smaller plates, making sure I'm controlling my portions. That kind of thing is what makes more sense for me and my body. And different things work for different people. If counting calories works for you, great. But yeah, this kind of went all over the rails, but I just felt like making a real video with you guys. It's been hard to sit in front of the, phone and record a video anytime lately, just because that's what's been happening in my life. But I'm hopeful. I love children, and it's just frustrating sometimes. The medical system, there are so many good doctors and nurses and people who care about people. And also sometimes there are people who just screw you over and give you a bad diagnosis because they just want to rush through their job. So that's my little venting session today. And at the end of the day, I hope this video is helpful. I do hope it helps someone know that if just because your doctor tells you something, I do think doctors went to school for a very long time to do what they do. And also, it's okay to question. It's okay to not just say yes to any drug you are diagnosed with. It's okay to ask questions and bring your questions to your appointment. And unfortunately or fortunately or whatever, you are going to be your biggest advocate for your own health. And that's what I'm learning as I navigate the healthcare system, trying to have a baby. So extremely vulnerable. Like I said, don't have any idea how long this is going to stay on the internet because I feel very exposed right now. But that being said, I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Ooh, life is wild. And I hope this video somehow sprinkled some sunshine into your life. Whatever the case is, I hope that you go on to sprinkle a little bit of sunshine in someone else's life as well. Have a good one. Bye now.